EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Atlantic coast of Maine and Lighthouse Pointe, live second-round coverage of the Maine Classic. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's got a two-shot advantage here to begin play. That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round two. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Oh, yes, that's the way to start the day. It is a birdie here at the opening hole. And after the 62 yesterday, he'll move to 1 under for his round. Now at the second hole here at Lighthouse, it's a par 3, 234 yards. Difficult hole, Frank, especially when the wind picks up.
It is, and you can see with that bunker on the right side, that's obviously the bailout area because the problem side is to the left of this green. That's where the cliff starts to run all the way down to the ocean. This is a very difficult par 3, not just because of its length, but because it's exposed to all of Maine's elements.
Now a second to this par 3. That finished off for a par here at the second, and this will remain a 3-shot lead. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo back with you at the third hole here at the Cliffs, and this is a hole that offers up a chance to put a red number on the board, Frank.
It certainly does. A good drive finding this very narrow fairway will certainly give you the opportunity to reach the green in 2. Stray a little left, either with the drive or the second, and all of a sudden you might realize this par 5 has teeth.
Oh, that is squeezing every inch of distance out of the golf swing. That was as powerful as you're going to see. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. 4th hole. Looking for a quality start. It's 411 yards and a par 4.
No fairway bunkers or bunkers really to contend with here. Cliffs to the left and also water on that side. But one of the wider fairways on this front side made up for by a very small green.
That's the kind of swing you want to break down and study. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. That one needed a little bit more. It's going to come back and come to rest just off the front edge of the green. So that may be not his best of chips, but he'll have that for his par.
You'd expect that to be a little closer from where he was, and that is far from a gimme.
That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. Now at the 5th hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers. You sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly. Smoked that tee shot. Can't believe it finished in the first cut.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notobegay III.
144 left to the hole. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. You've got to fly that. The green's not too deep. So really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
Okay, that will finish on the front of the green, and with the pin cut front right, a birdie try forthcoming. Oh, yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's got it to 14 under par. Par 4 7th here at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you unhappy if you walk out of here with anything other than a birdie?
I think we'll see all sorts of different scores here, Rich. If you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You can hit a multitude of clubs off this tee.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
He's got exactly 100 yards to the front, 104 to the flat stick, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that, that lead is going to increase.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. He moves to 15 under. Well, a bit unusual. A third par 3 now on this front side. We're at the 8th. It's 165 yards, Frank.
And this par 3 looks nothing like the previous two. Heads towards the edge of the cliff there. Long green, almost a figure 8 or an hourglass shape. Bunkers left and right. Going to have to be straight here.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th to 16 under par. We move to the 9th hole, and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard, and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole, That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs, and the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5.
Side. That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing. High launch angle. That was just about perfect. What a good shot that is. Home in 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. Now this for another birdie. Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th. And that is going to mean this was a 28 on the front side. 7 under par. Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brand is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
A long one coming up here for birdie. That one just going to sneak on by. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards. And more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. You betcha. What a roll there. That is in for a birdie. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend. 12th hole now, and Frank, the long hitters could have an advantage here.
If they want to take a very dangerous line over that left side, this is really where the shot maker has the advantage. That hole bending completely to the left. You'd like to hit a draw there, so use those bunkers down the through side of the fairway and then just sort of shape that ball towards the green. Interesting shaped green, really 3 different sections to this, and of course 3 bunkers, each protecting a different portion.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
124 left to the flagstick. Pin, front right. It's a sneaky one.
It's a good shot, but does leave that little uphill putt, so that one will be slow.
He has a 12-footer here. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday. Well, well, well. What do we have here, partner? The par 5 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a misprint, Rich. 702 yards, and not only that, too, they put the 2 fairway bunkers in a perfect place. Perfect place if they want to annoy your tee shot. It's going to take 310, 320 yards just to get past that. Then you've got a long, long way to go. And, of course, remember when you're on 10, this is the shared green. So 13 and 10, and this is where they meet up again at the end of a long, long walk.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie. Okay, that's acceptable there. Chance now for another birdie. Oh, the pace perfect on that one. It's in for birdie. He gets it to 20 under par. Starting the 14th hole. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Pointe with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. Now this for another birdie. That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay at 20 under. Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he moves to 21 under par. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And frankly, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh, it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way with magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Be pleased with that one. On and 2, par 5. Didn't fly it there, but didn't have to. Got everything he needed out of that shot. Oh, another thunderbolt right there. What a putt. He can't seem to do anything wrong in this round. Wow. We end our day here at Lighthouse Point with a par 4 18th. Under 400 yards. A good chance to go after the pin if you can stay in the fairway off the tee. And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there. Pin cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Chance now for another birdie.
And this is pretty flat all the way. I don't think there's much in it at all.
Oh yeah, bottom of the barrel for birdie here at 18. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top and one at the chasers. Different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.